normal versus elites. And if you're angry with the State of the Union, you're in good company. You're actually the norm. Nothing makes that more apparent than the song that rocketed to the top of the charts overnight, Rich Men North of Richmond. This is a song about an ordinary guy, middle of the road politically, who just basically said what we're all thinking. And he said it from the heart, talking about an elite uniparty that's running our country while everyone else suffers. I've listened to this 100 times by now, and it resonates with me more and more every time. Rich Men North of Richmond got me wondering why I'm not more mad, actually. Mad that I pay taxes on a home that I already own, paid for by a paycheck I already paid taxes on, that I fix with materials that I buy and pay more taxes on when I purchase them, taxes that essentially have me working from January to June for free. You know, I was driving into work, listening to that song, thinking, look, I pay 50% of my income to government at various levels, and yet the bridge by my house has been closed for a year with not so much as a spray paint line on the ground or a start date. Yet, when I hit a pothole and get a flat tire on roads that I'm taxed to drive on, I have to wait on hold for hours sometimes to get a human only to tell me, sorry, we're not going to pay for your tire. I have no recourse. My dollars were 17 cents less than it was 2 years ago, but you don't reduce my taxes any. The government just burdens me. It's our problem to figure out where we're going to make up that other 17 cents. And the people who are supposed to be civil servants, who work for the taxpayers, they're rarely civil, nor do I think they provide adequate service. Sorry, not sorry. They shut off your mics at town hall meetings and hang up on us when we yell at them for making a mistake. If I treated government the way they treated me, I'd be up to my eyeballs in fines and penalties. So yeah, that song resonates with me. The Pentagon loses $200 billion. No problem. We give pallets of cash to countries that hate us, millions on border walls half a world away, but can't be bothered to help Texas. Not to mention, I'm angry that the average household is paying $700 more a month while we print trillions so they can go on their stupid government spending sprees. The rich men north of Richmond who want to take my gas stove to save the environment, they spent $930 million last year printing documents that were never read and they were just thrown away. But the government does this all the time. No one is ever held accountable. That's what this song is about. It's about them lighting millions of dollars on fire to do things like study shrimp running on treadmills, yet can only muster $700 per person for the residents of Hawaii, who, by the way, just had their homes burned to the ground by a wildfire that was likely sparked by a downed wire from a company that spent most of its time trying to transition to green energy rather than operating a safe power grid. You mad yet? I am. This is our hard-earned money, confiscated tax money. And the same president whose son didn't pay a dime on $20 million of income just hired 87,000 new IRS agents, one of whom just shot a fellow agent by accident, by the way. They will string you and me up if we pay someone over $600 on Venmo. Please, Chuck Schumer, tell me more about why I should feel like you care. The same government that is telling me that I'm a domestic terrorist for being angry because I don't want my kids seeing drag shows in second grade, they just gave $80 billion of night vision, fully automatic weapons, helicopters, Humvees, you name it, to the Taliban. But those same fools don't want us to have an AR-15? Maybe that's why this song is trending. You ever think about that? Because they're letting thieves, drug dealers, and even murderers out on the street in Manhattan, but refuse to let me get a lawfully obtained gun permit so I can protect myself from those people. They will leak the names and addresses of the lawful gun owners in California, spy on Catholic churches, and lock up a grandmother who was waved into the Capitol building on January 6th without a trial for months. But yet Jeffrey, did he really kill himself, Epstein, was locked up for trafficking minors to apparently no one. Where's the list? Hell, maybe you rich men north of Richmond should listen to all of us instead of always explaining why you think we're wrong. Come on down from your ivory tower, drive a truck, run a chainsaw, work in a mine, probably change your tune. Because us law-abiding Americans who foot the bill for all this BS, we're tired of it. We're tired of being the first ones to act and the last ones considered.